Hello. I would say it's a surprise meeting you here. But let's be honest, I expected you. Maybe a little sooner rather than later, but better late than never. I'm here to welcome you once again into a world of darkness, one where the shadows are growing ever more palpable, a world of darkness where those same shadows continue to reach out towards the light, unnaturally seeking it, ready to snuff it out. But it is our hope, or at least the majority of us who have come to witness this saga, that the light may prevail. However, some of our dear viewers, some of those watching from the sidelines, may in fact be rooting for the darkness to take hold. Those of us ready to face it know that something important comes before we start revealing the next chapter of our saga. Those of you who have been here before, those of you that have traversed this real world with me, know that I am going to call on someone very important to do something very important. And that is the recap. Bueller? Anybody? They're loading, don't worry.
Calling on a specific.
You said you were going to call on somebody.
Oh, uh, LOL. When you're rambling, confuses the players. No, I'm gonna let you guys choose like usual. Um, Up to you who does the recap. I like when someone who didn't do it last week does it this week. Um, but no, I guess I used the wrong phrase there. Confused you all a little. It's your choice. Who's gonna do the recap? Up to y'all. As per usual. I don't like making someone do it just because I just don't like making people do anything.
I feel like I wouldn't do a great job because I still feel like I'm catching up from that one day I was out.
Valid.
I'll do it. We picked up instantaneously after we got teleported to the Druid's Grove, compliments of Stag, and we had a little bit of conversation and got to know each other a little bit better, and learned about the shards that we all have to an extent, and kind of came to the conclusion that we should probably be working together against the darkness. And then in parallel, the person that we met in the Entex vault was Janice, and Janice woke up in the hospital. Her fiance Naron, and we got to learn a little bit about them. And I think that's about. And then we left off with Janice going to the Gimmelwald Foundation to meet with Darren, and we all were bedding down in Ireland for the night.
Lovely. A great job. Thank you for the beautiful recap. Are there any bits or bobbles that anyone wants to add to this?
I introduced my brother Hart, who was surprisingly quiet throughout the entire greeting.
He's a giant deer.
Yes,
None of us know this, but there is some massive T between us and
One more time, Keeper. You're maybe a little too far from your mic.
I think I am. None of us know this, but there is some massive T between Janice and Naron.
ooh,
Massive T.
You're still too far from your mic.
you sound as though you are in another space.
I will try to fix that.
Plug,
How's
unplug?
that?
Ah, there we go.
Haha. Apologies. I was saying that there's massive T between Janice and Iran, but none of us know that.
Yes, I like tea.
What is this tea, Janice? Are you going to share with the audience? I love tea.
Do you want me to talk about the history or like the little backstory between Janice and Naron? Is that what you're
I think
asking?
just what happened last session. I think it
Um,
was
he
wait,
flew in from, I don't know, I can't remember where he flew in
Canada,
from, but
I think.
yeah, so he flew in. He got a call from the hospital and he flew in to tend to Janice. And there was a little bit of of tension between Janice and Naron. Sorry, I don't even know how to pronounce it that well. And there's also between Sathira and Cesar. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Um, and basically, Cesar is just untrusting of Sithandra. But between Janice and Naron, they are engaged. Janice doesn't seem too pleased about their relationship, or at least it seems strained. She's kind of a little bit cold towards him. And yeah, so she was very clearly annoyed that he had instructed her to stay at the hospital, and that he basically gave those orders to the hospital as well. But given Sathandra, per usual and always, helps Janice make an escape, and they go off to London, I believe it is, to talk with Mr. Dixon.
Mr. Darren Dixon, who was responsible for calling the paramedics that got you out of the Pentex vault.
Who's also
Um,
responsible for me researching the, gosh, what was it called? I literally just said it not too long ago. The thing. The penchant? What is it called?
the planchette.
Planchette.
The planchette. Yes, he was the one who was responsible for me researching the planchette. And Naron has been Janice was able to sneak out from the hospital because Naron went back to the hospital to do some research as to what happened, to see if he could find out anything more.
Back to the vault, you mean, to do some research.
I am in danger.
Lovely. Anything else to add, y'all? I think that's pretty much everything. Janice is jet setting off to London to find some answers. The party is settling down in Shag's Chantry, the Druid Grove, for the night.
Oh, I am currently in a plane, I believe.
One more time, Stag?
I believe I am in a plane, as where my scrying bow has sent me.
Yes, you can see
Hmm.
currently where Janice is, and that is exactly what sort of led us back to Janice. This is our little segue there. So in these next scenes, when Janice does appear, we will keep in mind that Stag, you are remotely viewing her. But all that to say, we are actually not starting with dear Janice. First, I will say, since you started it off for us and gave us the big help, Stellan, take your story point for the session for that beautiful recap.
And what are we doing with story points?
You can succeed instead of fail. So
Okay.
instead of the idea of
And
succeeding at a cost, you just get to succeed. And you can give it to
and
another person in the same scene as you. You just have to
do
role
they
play how you're doing so.
do they stack?
They do not stack.
Then who wants another story point?
That would be Janice, since
I
she was the only
Yeah,
other one who did it.
I'll say
I
pass it over
I'm
to Janice.
I got one for being nominated last session, so I'll give the recap one to Janice.
Nice. Janice
And I
was my
will
second
take it ever
choice.
so humbly.
Yes, cleverly. Okay, so with that being said, we actually find ourselves in the city streets of New York once again. Neron, it's only been about 2 hours since you left Janice behind when your phone starts to ring. You had received a message from her after you had sent her some. She had sent you a short text message. And about an hour later, you get a call from the hospital. Your phone ringing. You and Cesar have boarded on a subway train. You're headed back out to Manhattan. Um, after doing a bit of work to uncover some more of what exactly is going on here, what happened at Pentex in the vault, and Cesar kind of nudges you from your thoughts. Neron, you gonna answer your phone or no?
I, yes. Sorry, I'm lost in thought. Neron picks up his phone. Hello?
Hi, um, I'm calling from Mercy Graves Hospital. Is this Neron Hard?
Yes, this is him. How can I help you?
Um, sorry, I don't know how to quite share this information with you, but when the nurses went to go check on your fiance this evening to check her vitals and give her her last rounds of medications for the night, w- well, we found you might want to sit down for this. We found that
Right.
she went missing. She wasn't discharged, but she is nowhere to be found in the hospital.
I, I see. I apologize. Yes, she does this sometimes. Uh, there is no issue. She's Somewhere.
Yes, she is somewhere, but the problem is Janice has suffered a severe concussion. The CAT scans show that there is swelling in her brain. It's very dangerous for her to be outside of the hospital. If you know where she is, her doctors implore you to bring her back as soon as possible.
Very well. I will see if I can't find her. I will bring her back to the hospital where she was meant to stay. Though, the next time I would recommend you maybe leave some people to watch over her.
Right. We're very sorry about this, sir, but there was no way of knowing. Well, no one told us that she was a flight risk.
That is an error on my part. I should have said. But I did not expect her to be this. How should I say? Stupid.
Well, we just hope that you're able to bring her back as soon as possible.
Yes, I will get on it right now. I appreciate you calling me and notifying me.
We'll do so if there's any updates.
Thank you.
Good luck.
To you as well. I'll hang up.
Dios mío! She left the hospital.
She always does this. I don't understand.
Neron, where could she have gone?
No sé. I don't know. That woman works in mysterious ways.
As we begin to fade to darkness, as the subway car heads through a dark tunnel and the lights flicker, steeping the car in black. When the lights come back up, we are no longer in New York. Instead, we find ourselves far from it. Janice, you finally are touching down in London. You finally made your way to Darren Dixon's office, and the man, slightly disheveled, but still quite good looking, turns from his desk and paperwork that he's standing over and peers curiously. Uh, hello? Can I help you? Are you lost? Or did I forget that I had a meeting? And he starts to shuffle through papers quickly. Damn it. What's the point of a secretary if they don't even secretate?
Oh, surely you haven't forgotten about me already. It's me,
And he
Miss
stops
Jan.
he stops shuffling papers and looks at you as Janice? Miss Janice, I'm sorry. Oh! Yes! Of course. Are you okay? I hope so. Please, sit down. I almost didn't recognize you.
Oh, well, I'm certain that you are busy. I was so grateful for your assistance back at the museum. I wanted to thank you in person for looking after me.
Oh, Of course. How how did you exactly find me?
I was actually wondering, what do you remember about that incident? That to me is a little bit more important.
What do I remember? Well, I don't really know anything. I wasn't there for what happened to you, but when I found you, I did reach out to the paramedics as soon as possible, but that that doesn't answer my question. W- How did you
Planchette
find
that you
me?
gave me. That's not
Yes?
important. What is the planchette that you assigned to me? Where
And
did you get it?
he kind of throws his hands up when you avoid his question again. Uh, it's from the Gimmelwald Foundation vaults. It's a very old artifact that they had been holding on to for no reason.
Hmm. Oh, well, that's not true. They never hold on for anything for no reason.
You know the Gimmelwald Foundation well, then.
And why don't you?
Oh, well, I would. I. Uh,
Why was it assigned to me?
well, in the merger, one of our first propositions was to. Hold on. You can't just walk into my office and start asking questions and answer none of mine. That's not how
I
this is going to work.
can. And I am. Because I'm the one that ended up hospitalized and you were not telling me the truth.
Uh,
I'd like to think that we have a good business relationship and I'd like to maintain it. The least you could do is answer a few questions of mine, and then maybe, if you do a good job, I will answer yours.
he looks very flustered. Um, but Janice, I think I'm gonna have you make the first roll of the night here to see how well this is taken. See if it goes in the direction that you want it to, or to see if well, let's just see how well received this is. So, I think what I would like you to do here is you are going to make a persuasion roll here. And that's the skill you're going to use, which you get no
Mhm.
dots to. And you can choose charisma manipulation as one of your attributes. And they're both 2, so it doesn't quite matter.
I will do manipulation, but you're going to have to help me. I'm not
Yep. No worries.
in for rolling.
So if you remember, we set up that macro,
Ah,
the one called Dice Pool. So if you look down in the bottom left-hand side of your screen,
mm-hmm.
you should see a little dice with a circle. It should say Dice Pool.
I will say that
Also, the game
when
is
I'm
paused,
looking,
so I'll unpause it.
uh, it's not doing anything for me.
That is quite all
Maybe.
right. For right now, I will roll it for you. The difficulty is going to be 2. You're only going to roll 2 dice. And we're going to see what we get out of this. Check out the chat. I'm rolling it for you now. And it's a moderate success. So though you can see in Darren's eyes that he's not quite fond of this very standoffish, I should say, this very aggressive approach. But he does seem,
Don,
if anything, yeah.
that was a 2 and a 4. That would be 0 successes for
Well,
Hunter.
why does it say? Why does it say moderate success? Oh, I should have looked at the dice. Ooh, that's even better. I honestly like that a little better. Let's give Darren some backbone here. So he looks you up and down, and you can see in his face that very clearly he's not pleased with the energy that you're bringing to the table right now. He slides the papers that he was shuffling through over on his desk, sits at the edge of it right in front, and folds his arms. "Hmm, Janice, was it? Listen, I understand that there was an unfortunate circumstance that befell you in the Pentex vault, but that has nothing to do with me. And if you think you can come in here and make demands, then you are sorely mistaken. I have to let you know, you're not giving the first impression that you want to.
Oh, well, I can certainly see that, but you also have to understand that the first impression I got of you is from a security camera. Security footage. Mighty questionable, seeing you speaking to somebody in the dark over my body. So my impression of you isn't any better, Mr. Dixon.
He looks a bit taken aback. His arms unfold and he lets out a deep sigh. Fuck. Security cameras. Ellen, damn it. Okay. We're both keeping things from each other. So how about we lay all the cards on the table? I'll tell you my
Evers.
stuff and you tell me your stuff. Ah, that's not gonna do it for me. I've already given you enough. All I want
You
to know
haven't
is,
given me anything.
Janice, if that it is your real name, all I want to know is how you found me and how you got from New York to London so quickly. You should be in a hospital bed.
There's this wonderful contraption, this mode of transportation called private jets. Have you heard of it?
A smartass, okay?
Especially when my head is throbbing. And I know that somebody is keeping something from me. And I don't know exactly to see you as an ally or a threat, so yes,
All right,
a little bit of a smartass.
all right. Take a seat. And he walks past Judy, albeit slams the door. As you know, the Gimmelwald Foundation is in the process of a merger with Pentex. One that we're trying to renegotiate the terms of. In that renegotiation process, we offered some artifacts from deep within our vault. This you already know. The reason why we are trying to renegotiate this is, well, my boss has returned after a very long vacation. And he's not quite happy with, well, anything that's going on here. As for what happened to you, I really don't know, Janice. All I know is that my boss and I are coming to talk to you about those artifacts in particular. There was something that he was looking for, something that he said was very important and shouldn't have been offered up in the trade deal in the first place. So he was hoping to speak with you to undo some of the mess that was made. But when we got there, you were unconscious.
Who was in the room?
I I don't know. It wasn't me speaking to whatever entity that was there, but my boss is a bit eccentric. He believes that he can
Explain.
see and do things that, well, any normal or sane person wouldn't expect.
Please be descriptive. Despite the. Entertain me. I understand that he is an eccentric fellow. Who did he believe he was talking to?
It's really neither here nor there.
Please. Do not. Mm. I'd like to say that I very much appreciate your help. As you can understand, if this was you, and you knew what I saw, understandably so, you would be as frustrated as I am. But please do not humor me. Or placate me.
It's gonna sound crazy. Because it is.
I
It's
don't
crazy.
care.
He thought he was talking to a ghost. See? I told you it
And-
was crazy. It's impossible. It doesn't exist. And that's the kind of thing I live with all the time. It's the kind of thing I have to deal with these days.
What ghost?
What ghost? What do you mean? There was no ghost.
What ghost did he think he was talking to? This is important, regardless the fact that you think it's crazy.
I don't know. I don't know, Janice. Because I didn't ask about the fictional ghost that he thought he was talking to. I was more focused on your unconscious body. If that's any consolation.
Where is he now?
The ghost?
No.
Oh,
Your boss.
Stellan? Huh. God knows. I don't know. The best I
I
could
would-
do is give him a call, but he rarely ever answers his phone.
How do you schedule him appointments?
Schedule? Stellan? The man who was late to his own birthday. The man who didn't even know that the merger was happening until he stepped into this building.
Schedule an appointment? I have a feeling he is very interested in meeting me. I would not like to have to go out of my way to find him. I
Yes.
trust you will do a good job. I have no doubts. I best be taking my leave. You look absolutely busy.
Ah. Yeah. Listen, I can't really just arrange a meeting with the CEO of our
Mr.
foundation.
Dixon, you can and you will.
Right. Listen, you are clearly very injured. I'm going to call the hospital, and they're going to help you find your way back to a safe bed.
Mr. Dixon, who exactly do you think you're talking to?
Someone with a very major concussion who seems to have more money than they know what to do with. Because if you're
Mr.
going to
Dixon,
go... No,
this is not the time to
Miss
insult me.
Janice.
Let alone especially with the evidence that I have. It would look very poorly if it looked as if you were the one that was responsible for whatever had happened to me, now is it?
Whoa now, okay, alright.
So we
Wild-
agree. You are going to set an appointment for me to meet Mr. Stellan.
This is... You can't blackmail me.
I'm not blackmailing you. You are the one that made those choices. You were the one that is there, and now you are bullshitting me.
What do you want? Really? What is it that you're playing at? Who
I
pulls themselves out of a
want.
hospital bed, flits over across countries in a private jet to come and strong arm me, of all people?
A woman not to fuck with.
And is shut silent at this. And there is a moment of silence between the two of you. His gaze looks you up and down, and you can see him thinking, the cogs whirling in his mind. But you're interrupted by a knock on the door. Janice, you're getting a call. I would not have bothered you, but it is the 10th call.
Take a moment to think for yourself, Mr. Dixon. I'm sure you can find a schedule that will suit myself and Stellan. I'm about to go take a phone call.
As you turn and walk out of the room, Sithandra hands you a cell phone, and she walks towards Darren Dixon and pulls out a business card and slides it over to him on the table. She smirks and leaves the room right behind you. You can hear on the end of the door closing behind you. What the fuck was that? Looking down at your phone, Janice. 10 missed calls from Neron within the last 10 minutes.
You don't think that he's worried, do you?
I think he's pissed, Janice.
She calls him.
Neron, you get a pop up on your phone. Janice calling.
Ay, por fin.
What can I do for you, dear?
Where are you?
Handling some business? Making some inquiries? Resting, I assure you. Sithandra will not let me exert myself too much.
I do not think Sithandra understands your situation at the moment.
And what am I supposed to understand?
You are seriously injured, Janice.
How so?
I got a call from the hospital. Naturally, they told me that you left without notifying.
I was not aware that I had any serious injuries aside from a massive headache.
You were hit on the head.
I know.
Very hard.
I feel it.
I was told. ¿Cómo se dice? Cesar, do you know how to say this in English? Cesar.
¿Qué dice?
Hey, it's a growth, I think. What was it they said, Cesar?
Oh, they said her brain is swelling, like a grapefruit or something. Do you know when you smash a grapefruit and it's all juicy and it kind of comes out everywhere?
Yeah, okay. Reel it back a little. The swelling was enough. Okay, Cesar.
Oh, okay. Lo siento.
Yes, English is very difficult. Swelling. There is a lot of swelling. in your head. You
All
need
right.
to come back to the hospital.
Very well. Very well. It just would have been nice to know this before I decided to handle business. I will be on my way back, don't you worry. Sithandra takes very good care of me. What have you found, if anything, as of yet?
Well, I am still currently on the way to this vault. You haven't been gone for very long, Janice.
I know. I'm just impatient. Mr. Dixon is a blithering fool.
Oh, you've gone to meet with someone.
Well, of course. Where else do you think I would have gone? Certainly did not go to the park, although I heard it's actually quite lovely this time of year.
Please, do not. You need.
Don't worry, I will be on my way back. Besides, I need to get better, don't I, for my next meeting?
Yes, you do. I'm being serious, Janice. You need rest.
I understand you are impeccably serious all the time. Don't worry. I can handle myself.
There is only so much one can handle. Especially for us, Janice. You have hurt yourself a lot. This
I
injury.
will see you soon. Do not worry. Kisses! She hangs up the phone. Sithandra.
Sorry. Janice, as the door opens. I didn't want to interrupt your phone call. And as you call Sithandra, she also approaches. Here. I meant what I said. It is quite impossible to gather Stellan, but you can try and reach out to him via this number. And he hands you a small card. I don't know what it is you're looking for, still, because you won't tell me. But I hope you get the answers you need.
Mr. Dixon, it has been a wonderful experience meeting you today. I cannot tell you how pleased I am. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will be off. Out of your hair. Do stay safe now.
I will. You too.
She toddles off down the hallway. Sithandra, let's go.
As you sent me a DM. Oh, Gabo also sent me DMs. Ooh. Thank you, Gabo. I will change that later.
I've sent you DMs too.
So many DMs.
We all have our little secret.
I haven't sent you any DMs.
Actually, Sylvia, I did not get a DM from you. Maybe you didn't press enter. Okay. As you begin to walk down the hall, Janice, the world around you starts to feel a little fuzzy, and you can hear Sithandra's voice. All right, mistress. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen next, but there's plenty of different directions we could take. First thing that I was thinking, As her voice continues to drone on, you feel the world start to spin. You feel your head feel like it's your head begins to feel like it's being expanded, like it's going to explode. And you can hear, almost at a distance, Mistress! Mistress! As the world fades to black. In the dead of night, as the witching hour had approached, Stellan, you watched Stag begin to prepare a ritual. One that allowed him to remotely view this imbued, this hunter, that seems to be connected to you all in the greater scheme. You watch as she traverses across the globe and meets with your own chosen, Darren Dixon, and gives him a run for his money. Now, it's at the point where she begins to demand a meeting with you that perhaps Stag or Stellan, not sure who, turns to one or the other. Stag, since you sent me the message, what begins to happen here, as you see, Janice kind of punk Darren into giving, Stellan's information?
I would just kind of look away from the scrying pool for just a moment and look up to Stellan. I believe she is asking for you. Would you like to meet her?
You said they were one of the chosen, right?
Oh yes, she is a shard bearer.
Well, then we need to meet up with her, right?
Oh yes, one way or the other, but this seems like she has a personal inquiry with you.
It does, and I gotta say, I'm disappointed with Darren, but also, I think I'm gonna make her wait. Maybe you should reach out to her.
Okay, I can do that. If you don't mind, would you mind placing your hand on my shoulder?
Oh yes, this is so cool, by the way. No one's gonna believe me. I put my hand on your shoulder.
And as go ahead.
Can I touch your antlers?
You may.
I kind of poke him a couple of times. So cool! And put my hand back on his shoulder.
And as the connection is forged between the two of us, I unlock his correspondence and begin to incant a new enchantment upon my scrying pool, in which it's water from the pool and begins to expand in a vertical plane, forming a mirror-like surface, where I begin to carefully extract our dear Janice from her current location and pull her to our location. Would you like for me to make a roll?
Please. Your
I will
RSA
do
is
this.
3, so the highest sphere level that you can reach towards would be 3. And you mentioned correspondence to prime 3 for your spheres.
Yes.
Because she is a living entity, you will also have to splice life 2 into this.
That is fine. Will I be getting any bonuses due to me being in the grove and having a prepared ritual?
I believe the difficulty is reduced, and since you're doing this over the length of a couple scenes, I'll even say that it's free. Not only because you're in your chantry, but because it was a long form ritual, and you also are using power of a shard bearer with correspondence to help you. So essentially you have correspondence too for free.
Yes.
Now the only problem is that this type of vulgar magics does affect others and does create paradox. So you will actually have to take 1 point of paradox as you snap Janice out of existence right in front of her retainer.
Yeah. That happens, unfortunately.
And the spinning of the royal pulls Janice deep into itself and spits her back out in the dead of night. Just outside the fire that has stayed lit for quite some time, Keeper, slightly outside the cave entrance, peering up into the night sky, you watch as a star grows in the night, and you think perhaps another one of Stag's siblings is approaching. But very quickly, the star falls to the earth in a dazzling haze of prime energy. And what appears out of the light is a woman. Janice. Dazed, confused, your head spinning, racked with pain. You're disoriented, but not disoriented enough to realize you are no longer standing in the Gimmelwald Foundation building, no longer in the lobby, and no longer with Sithandra, but instead in a dark forest, one where a nearby fire illuminates a small, purple-haired woman. Would you
And she's just in front.
Go ahead.
She just appears in front of me, like bathed in starlight.
Right in front of the fire, exactly.
Cool.
What do you look like, Keeper? Will you give us a little description for Janice? This is our first time seeing you.
Yeah. You see a average height, a little on the taller side, woman, very skinny, wearing baggy clothing, short purple hair that's kind of ombre between black to purple, and then actually I think it's purple, black, and then back to purple again. With a series of leather and braided jewelry around her neck and her arms. She wears like it almost looks like professional like dress pants, but they're about 2 sizes too big for her and held up with string and this large baggy olive colored shirt. It almost looks like she's trying to mimic like some sort of hippie aesthetic, but got lost halfway through the transition.
Fighting through this growing pressure in the front and back of your skull, the light of the fire hurts to even see in your peripheral, but you squint through it, Janice, and see her figure standing there, just as surprised almost as you are.
I just stared at her for a second.
I just like to throw in there that as soon as that spell connected and she arrived, I had a very visible moment of physical pain where I recoiled and kind of fell back onto Stellan.
Oh, no, I got you. What's wrong?
I'm sorry, I believe I made a mistake.
Did you vaporize her?
No.
I wouldn't be too upset, but it would suck losing it. After what you did to Darren.
No, I think I broke a rule. Do not worry, it will pass, but Oh, throbbing head. Oh,
Well, we do have to follow the rules. That's one of the rules.
yes, I apologize.
I will look at Janice and kind of put my hands on my hips and tilt my head at her for a second. Are you a real thing or a fake thing?
Janice is quite evidently stunned, and while everything is in pain, her training kicks in, and she does her best to look as stoic as possible. But she's absolutely freaking out inside. Well, quite frankly, I don't know. This is a lovely game we're playing. Might you be?
Me?
Why,
Oh,
yes.
Well, I'm Keeper. What game are we
Keeper.
playing? I wasn't aware I was playing a game. But I guess there's all kinds of games. Like, is the person real or not? The star cover person that just appears in the woods, because that's normal. Because everything here is normal.
Janice looks down at her hands at hearing that she's covered in stars. I'm sorry. I think that's a very valid question. Are we real? Is this real? Let's see. Where is this? What is this place called?
Home.
I think this place is called home. Not my home. Not. Well, is this your home? Are you a spirit?
I may very well be dead.
Sylvie's gonna
Maybe.
form behind Janice.
Stellan is like trying his best to hide behind Stag.
That is not hard. Stag is a very large man.
Why did you leave the hospital?
What?
And who was on the phone with you? He was mad you left.
Oh, hell!
Janice slowly turns her head. Just the hair is prickling up on the back of her neck. Oh, recognize you.
And why is your brain swelling?
That is a very good question. You wouldn't happen to know that answer, now would you?
Is it from the concussion that this one gave you?
I'm gonna point over to Stag.
You just see me like pouting and putting my two fingers together, just kind of like kicking the dirt.
And Stellan pops his head back from peeking out.
Why did it take you so long to get here? That was a long flight.
Oh,
Sylvie.
well,
I start talking about every step you took to get here, like I was right there with you the whole time.
and Janice
Sylvie.
is utterly freaked out.
Sylvie, can you not start shit?
I know
Oh,
where
please, do
all you have
continue.
been.
You do.
You have a piece of my discovery, don't you?
I don't think I do.
Are you sure?
Janice kind of mildly, subtly tries to pat her pockets to see if she has anything in there. That's Jan. Planchette.
Janice, where's your shard?
Oh,
It's in your your necklace, correct?
okay.
You probably wouldn't know that that's what she's talking about. You do think that
I
she's
think
talking
she's
about
talking
her
about the
planchette,
planchette.
but you would be able to see Sylvie very clearly that the shard hangs from a very intricate medallion inside, or a very instant gemstone inside of uh a necklace on her neck.
Right there. I'm gonna point to it.
Just
And
touch her necklace.
right there.
I'm gonna point to Stag Shard.
And right there.
I'm gonna point to Planchette.
And systematically, Sylvie points towards the shards that all of you have. Even you, Keeper, you haven't revealed yours, but Sylvie appears behind you and sort of points towards your back where you hide the tome.
I'll immediately turn and like not slap aggressively, but kind of like that little kid slap where you just like "Nyeh," over at Sylvie's to get her away from me.
When she does that, I'm gonna inhabit my part of the gym that exist within her shard.
And you very quickly find yourself inside of a tome. You can feel its pages, you can feel the palpable energy here, but you also feel something else. Hey, there's not enough room in here for all of us. Get out! And you're pushed out of the tome by
Keeper's just
the other
Interesting.
entity there.
Keeper's just been like spinning in a circle until Sylvie reappears. And she pulls her hand up and puts her finger like up in Sylvie's face and goes, "Don't."
If she tries
Where's
that
the
again,
rest of it? There's more.
what is she talking about, Keeper?
I don't know. You tell me what she's talking about. I don't know where
I
she
don't-
went.
Listen, I just don't like when she's in our head.
I don't.
Try to keep her
Is
out.
that where she went? Is that where she went? Sylvie, stick out of my head.
I didn't go in your head.
She might not think so, but the way that we're connected to this tome, she might as well have been.
You're in my head. You're in my phone. You're in my clothes. Can you just go
Excuse
over
me.
there?
Excuse me. Pardon
What?
me. Right. It seems that I'm at a disadvantage here. Might somebody tell me why I've been so graciously invited to the home?
Oh, I can answer that. We are here to save you.
We wanted to return the favor. Huh! And I ducked back behind Stag.
Favor.
Yeah, just showing up and pushing your weight around. It wasn't very nice.
What?
She was very mean to the one in the office.
Yeah, that's my job. Only
Is
I
it
get to be
also-
mean to Darren.
Is it also this horned one's job to be mean to me? And let alone you, pretty lady. You all seem to come into my space uninvited.
I was there before you.
I don't know you.
I'm so sorry.
This is we should have just left her.
We can't do that. She's in danger.
She
Of
holds
what?
one of my pieces.
Well, like Sylvie said, we all have shards, and these shards are being hunted by something that is, well, malicious in nature, and it has already claimed at least one of us, and I would like to try to stop it from claiming anyone else. So, I would also like to apologize for causing that little
Well,
injury in the noggin.
hold on. Just a tidbit there. What do you mean it's already claimed one of us?
That is what alerted me to the danger. It's already claimed a shard bearer.
Great.
You mean there's more?
There are a few, but they're hard to see. They are very good at hiding.
Where Why do all of you have pieces of my
Why do
my discovery?
Why do you keep saying that? Pieces of you. Is these things you guys keep talking about that I don't know what it is?
It's not all of it. I know where the rest are, but this isn't all of it.
Oh, Stag said we needed to get them all and put them together and keep them from the shadow.
Yes.
The shadow hurts you too?
Yes.
Oh.
But
Unfortunately, I
enough
don't think
about me.
it's proper that I stay, given that this horned one here has apparently hurt me quite severely. Really need to go back.
Again, I am so very sorry. It was not my intention.
Also-
If it makes you feel any better, I can make it go away.
No.
The injury, I mean.
What do you mean? Make it go away? What do you mean?
I can heal you.
You got quiet at the end there, Stag.
I can heal you. And you just see me hold my hand out, and a puff of light just kind of shoots out from it.
Janice naturally moves back. I don't think that's appropriate. I would rather go back.
Well, I can't force you to stay, but again, you are in serious danger. We only want to help you.
It's true. He did not mean to hurt you.
Also, if you go back, there's a high chance that the shadows will go out of their way to burn you like acid.
I mean, I just found you guys.
You are
Appreciate
very
that.
good at finding things.
This shadow.
You're good at finding things?
No, it was really just luck. I am kind of lucky though.
Right. This shadow that you keep talking about. I have not seen or witnessed anything that would suggest that I was in danger until you all showed up.
Yeah.
That is true. Fortunately, we were able to drive off one of its minions before it could get to any of us.
Janice is trying to weigh her options and trying to think, but she is in a lot of pain.
You do get
See your
excuse me. You do get another pulse. Another throb in the back of your skull. It almost brings you to your knees, Janice. You have to wipe a cold sweat from your forehead, and you can't help but kneel and sit down by the fire.
Please, I really don't want to see you in pain like this. I can really make you feel better.
She holds out her hand forcefully. Just like, all right, do it.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of walk behind you and place my thumbs on either side of your temple. You're going to feel a little shock as I kind of put pressure into your skull, and I'm going to use Life 3 to alleviate her brain swelling. And while I'm doing this, Hart comes up behind me and presses his head against my back to alleviate any vulgarity that this is undoubtedly going to cause.
Nice. With with Heart at your side, most things are very possible, even the impossible. What you find as you soothe the bruised parts of Janice's brain is something a little more concerning. That might take a little more effort to deal with, but in the moment, might not be something you can exactly extinguish. It's not just swelling. It seems to be a strange growth, a tumor.
Am I able to identify this as a cancer?
You're not sure exactly what it is. It seems as though it is something like that. The swelling is able to subside, and immediately, Janice, you feel your senses come back. No more double vision, sounds aren't piercing, lights don't haze and glare everywhere. You can see everyone in front of you clearly, including the sort of strange silhouette of a spirit-like creature, this woman. You notice that you didn't have to activate your shard in order to see her. You can see her quite clearly just as she is.
Janice would sit there
When
and politely fold her hands in her lap, just stoically just taking everything in.
I kind of recoil whenever I see what I saw in her head, and I just kind of raise my hand up to my mouth. Some tears are starting to well up in my eye. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry.
Janice turns her head. What? What are you sorry for?
Some things, even I am not capable of healing. I can alleviate your pain, but I cannot fix that.
Fix what?
You have a growth in your brain.
She looks straight ahead again, quietly thinking.
Well,
I
that
will not be able to heal you, but I can provide medicines to buy time.
I mean, that's kind of a downer. I don't know if I can stay mad at her now.
Janice doesn't necessarily know if she believes them or not, but she just stays quiet. All right, well, Miss, perhaps it would be a bit more appropriate if I had an introduction. I feel as if all of you know me, and I do not know any of you.
Oh my goodness. What my manners. I'm so sorry. I'm not used to having guests in my home. You may call me Stag. It is a pleasure to meet you, Miss Jenkins.
Yes, pleasure.
Well, you're real. That's good. I'm Keeper. Did I tell you that? I think I told you that.
Yes, I remember. I believe so.
Well, I'm the one you were looking for. I'm Stalin.
I see. Well, no wonder it's so hard to get a hold of you.
Hmm.
He was telling the truth. We just came in and you were on the floor.
Well, that's not the whole truth now, is it?
Yeah.
It may have
That
been my fault.
Indeed.
I'm gonna walk through Stellan and like curtsying, be like, "I'm Sylvie, and they're telling the truth."
All right, well, certainly a pleasure to meet all of you. I suppose this little growth inside my head is going to have to wait. I mean, there are worse things than death, and it seems that this little darkness that you speak of might be worse than death. So, perhaps you can fill me in on what your plan is, if you have
Well,
one.
we do a rudimentary one. We gather as many shards together as we can, and with the power that they provide us combined, we are to fight against the darkness when it comes to search for us.
Why don't we just gather them all?
Well, I mean, we certainly can. It would take some time to find them, though.
I know
Like
exactly
said.
where they all are.
Oh.
Right now. We can go right now. I know exactly where they all are.
Well, huh. That's convenient. I thought this was going to take a lot longer. Well, the plan is to gather all the shards, minus the one that it is already claimed, and fight against it. It's more of a race for time, really.
And while they're talking, Janice looks at her phone or looks to see her phone to see if there's any possible way she could get a hold of Sathandra or Nerone.
There is a negative connection in this place.
You pull out your phone, you say.
Oh God.
One can
You
try.
see that there is a negative connection and then immediately explodes.
Battery starts to drain.
Yeah.
She just tucks it back in her pocket. Defeatedly.
No technology in this house. Sprinkled water.
I have a connection to the whole of my discovery. Even though it's broken in pieces, I know where it is at all times. Like I know each of you have it. That's how I know about her conversation, and that she yelled at the man in the office.
Wait, can you hear everything that goes around?
I can make myself hear it. I can also make myself go to it.
How
Any
long?
of them.
How long have you been able to do this?
The whole time.
The whole time.
I just kind of raise my hand up to my chest where my shard is inside of me. I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
It's very cramped in there.
I'm sorry.
Why
I
do
was
you?
born with mine.
Why do you keep saying these are yours? Are these?
I
pieces
found
of
it.
You found them.
I found it, yes, it's my discovery. I found it. I went on a great expedition and uncovered it.
All of them?
It was one piece at one point. Over the years, it's been broken up.
Isn't he like the never-ending story? And I point over to Stag.
I don't get it.
I think he's part Dia.
I'm just Stag.
Well, he's had his forever. Before this, I do like the hand motion. So, what did you find? What did it look like?
Can I roll to try to remember what it looked like? It was a diamond made of rainbow. It broke when I
It's hard to remember, Sylvie.
Oh, yeah.
Stutter, and you feel as you start to stumble over your words, something darker begin to rear its head. You know,
I know. It was,
maybe,
what was it?
maybe keep these to yourself, Sylvie. They don't need to know. We
But they
still
want to.
No,
If they put it back together, then
No.
people can see what I.
no, Sylvie. Are you
But-
stupid?
Work so hard.
Like everyone else, they want the power for themselves. But it is ours. It belongs to us.
Maybe I let them find one and we can see.
No, Sylvie.
Janice is staring at Sylvie, absolutely dissecting her.
None of you could hear this. This would be internal monologue.
Mm-hmm.
I've grown used to just staring at people.
It was I don't know how it got broke up.
Huh.
I
And how
found
do you
that-
know that this will actually defeat the darkness? How do we know that is what what it's looking for?
Like I said, one of us is already gone because of it, and it has claimed that shard.
And mainly because he said so. And I pointed to Stellan.
So we don't really know.
Know which part? That something's gonna kill us, or that the
It's-
the shards will kill it?
How do you anticipate on destroying whatever this is if you don't even understand it? Why does it want these shards? What power or whatever is it? What is its purpose?
Well, we just found out about these yesterday when Stag all brought us together and it tried to kill Keeper. So we don't really know. Do you know?
Do I know?
Yeah.
Janice takes a deep breath. No, I don't know. Until this very moment, I didn't even know it existed, let alone any of you.
Okay, we are officially 6 hours ahead of you on this whole adventure. But don't worry, we'll all get there together.
Wonderful. I feel so secure.
Oh, that's good. I thought I was doing a terrible job.
No, you're doing a great job, Stag.
Oh, thank you.
Well, we're all united, which is great. Now what?
Well, the plan is now to go find the other shards, and with Sylvie's compass, sense of direction. Do you know where they are exactly, or do you just know?
Yeah, no, I know exactly where they are and who, if someone has them or not, or what's in the general vicinity. I can even tell you what it smells like.
Sylvie,
Uh-huh.
you precious darling. Would you please tell us right now where they are?
Dear lore master, I think I've mastered the ability of this right now, and I can do this for free without any rolls.
I love it. Is this going to be sensing the web or web walking?
This is Sense the Strand.
Sense the strand.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I
I'm
have
gonna
3 dots in it, so I think I get it for free now.
I'm going to give a view to all of you. So let me just pull up the right scenes. Activate this one. Now, there we go.
Join in on the pulse.
What the fuck
Nipples,
is happening?
Join in on the pulse.
The what?
The nipples.
Hold down your mouse. Hold down your mouse button.
Oh, the pulse. The pulse.
Oh, pulse.
Valid.
I can't
Um,
pulse any pulse.
Just click. Hold down left click.
Oh, there you go.
The whole
You
rainbow is at her fingertips.
you should be able to see the world map, correct?
No.
No, we're looking at a moon.
The
Um,
moon.
oh, that's because I can't share it with you. So the bottom
I'm
one, the
looking at
world
the
at
world map.
large, the world at large, if you click the little star next to that one, it'll pop up this really cute map of the world in darkness, and it shows all the cities in bright lights and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Nasty light pollution.
Are you sharing this sense with the rest of the shard wielders?
I don't think I can.
Okay. Sylvie,
I can help with that.
possible. Sylvie would probably have to let you know what she's doing first, and I don't think she is at this point
That
in
is
time. So for now, we'll just say Sylvie is the only one who senses this. But across the globe, Sylvie, you sense 7 of the 9 shards. 5 of them are here with you. 1 you find in the middle of
I'm going to be naming this as I'm told them. Anyone's taking notes.
Yes.
I believe this is the one that is in
I'm going to be.
bag. Go ahead.
Never mind. Never mind. I thought I had to spend pathos on it, but since I mastered this, I don't.
You find it somewhere in a desert in the Middle East. Its approximate location is hard to discern, but it is the Mind Stone. The part of the shard that intertwines with the consciousness on levels that are far beyond that of a mortal. The other that you feel here's almost back at you. It is the matter shard that gives complete control over the physical, material components of this world. And seems to know you're peering. It seems to see you. The wielder there, dressed in robes, seemingly from a monastery. The two shard wielders that you find, one of them, the Mind Stone wielder, being a lupine, a guru, traveling with a pack, seems to be the leader. And they look up at the night sky and see a moon slowly coming to full fruition. The Matter Stone wielder, who seems to see you through its third eye, simply peers curiously. Seems that you've caught them in meditation.
Where was the matter stone?
Middle East.
Oh, so both the mind and the matter in the Middle East.
The Mind Stone is in the Middle East. The Matter Stone is in. It is called. Let me just pull up this real quick.
Generic desert name number 4.
The desert.
The desert. It is
The hot one,
just
the cold
outside of Tibet.
Ooh.
It's in a monastery there.
Is that what I think it is?
It might be.
Friends.
I'm gonna like say this out loud as I'm learning it too. So
Mhm.
Oh, that one sounds like it's with a bunch of friends I know.
I can communicate through it if you'd like me to.
Wait, what about all the ones with the shadow?
I can try. That may bring the shadow to me, though.
Yes, please don't do that. Not here, at least. This is a safe space.
Would you like me to reach out to the one in the monastery?
Oh, yes, please. Tell them that Stag is here. No, that sounds dumb. Tell them that you know me. Yes, that should work.
uh-huh.
Okay. Attempting to make contact, Sylvie. This
I'm gonna need to
entity.
roll perception and life web against target's willpower.
All right. And their willpower sets the DC, or the DC is the normal, and then you roll it.
Their willpower sets the DC.
Okay. The DC is actually going to be pretty high. I think for Wraith, the normal DC is around 6, correct?
I'm not sure. I only had 5 dice to roll.
So, open the box. Wreath. Book is so bad.
It is very bad. The new book that you gave me is kind of cleans it up a little bit, but not much.
Not much. Arachnoi.
I just searched difficulties, but it didn't really give me an answer.
It's very, you know?
You using art, you use a attribute and the Arachnoi pool.
Yep. It was 2
I think-
mental and then 3 arcanoi.
I think that part is okay, here we go. Yes, I was right. 6 is a standard difficulty in Wraith. We're gonna say this is an 8. It is difficult.
Can I give Sylvie a boost with my chart?
If Sylvie allows it. How does this transpire?
I'll allow it.
How does it transpire?
I would apparate.
If that means I can touch her without having to use magic, then yeah, I would just let my hand fall on her shoulder, just as Stellan fell on mine. You'll feel my magic start to pour into you, and your shard begins to get supercharged.
And Stellan hasn't taken his hand off of Stag.
Uber supercharged.
If that helps at all, I don't know.
Is this what it feels like to feel again?
Actually, yes, I'm pretty sure that the effect stacks with more shards.
It does. So, with 3 shard bearers, all shard levels reach 3. So you're dealing with Spirit 3, Correspondence 3, and Prime 3. This is actually going to make this a lot easier for you. You're going to add 2 more dice to your dice pool.
Has 3 successes.
You feel this entity push back on you, silently, gazing deeply into what makes you real on this planet. Even Jacqueline feels it and shudders. This creature is not mortal. And it does not allow you into its mind. It does not allow you to
So I would not be entering into him. I'd be actually teleporting to the actual fetter.
right, and it doesn't allow you to do so.
Oh,
It doesn't allow you to
okay.
access its mind through the strand to see it. It doesn't allow you to see its surroundings. Once it seems to understand what you're doing, it pushes back and it pushes you away. And you feel yourself repelled and dispelled. Sylvie, you're sent back to the Shadowlands.
Y'all would just seem like phase out.
Uh-oh.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I do not think that would.
Now, just for the record, 3 successes is a complete success.
I used time 2 to rewind.
I think I want the difficulty to be higher.
Then you should have set the difficulty on the dice roll.
A little higher.
Yeah.
Okay.
Difficult would be
I'll say
an
you
8.
okay. Yes, that is what I said. I did set it at an 8. I didn't want to set it at a 9. Extremely difficult seemed kind of crazy. I will say you succeeded at a cost here. So some things that you know, Sylvie, and some things that Stellan and Stag will know because they also saw this, is that there is a monastery in Tibet, very old one, and you see it just for a moment. It's called Sam Ye. The full name escapes you, but with a little bit of searching of the internet or of history books, you're sure you could find something. But the name sort of is pulled through the ether. Now, the feeling that is evoked is one of dread and unlife. It's perhaps what Sylvie had felt right before she disappeared. Whatever this entity is, it's hiding in plain sight amongst mortals. It's dangerous, and you can feel its connection to something darker and more insidious. It's probably the reason why it did not want to allow Sylvie anywhere near its presence, why it ousted it with just its own capabilities of what seemed to be mystical prowess. Whatever this creature is, Stag, it is a very powerful entity.
Oh no, that is not a friend.
What do you mean? What did you see?
Something very old and very powerful.
Is it this thing that is hunting us?
No, it's not malicious. It's just dangerous. Kind of like, well, her. I just point towards Keeper.
What?
Not
What
to
do you
the. Not the.
You are very
not
old
the-
and very dangerous, is what he's saying.
Oh, well, thank you. I am?
Oh,
I am.
you're,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Yes, that was a
Yeah.
compliment.
Just to that point, can we agree to not eat each other? Not singling you out or anything, there, Keeper, but
I only eat potatoes and other vegetables.
I think we already agreed that. I kind of look at Janice. Well,
Do you think I'll eat you?
don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to.
Some people think I eat babies. I do not.
But you're a vegetarian.
I know, I keep telling them that, but they still throw rotten potatoes at me.
personally, I have no interest in eating our companion here. Hunters are strange. They do weird things. I don't like. Well, that's not true. I don't like their brand of weird things.
Janice
Besides,
just smiles and stays quiet.
it's a rule, right? We don't hurt each other.
Oh, yes.
And I look at Janice. We don't hurt each other.
I heard you.
Can we all agree to not hurt each other?
I will
have
in
no
no
problem.
way harm.
I love how
any
this
of you.
conversation's happening when Sylva's gone.
Yeah.
What? You mean Sylvie's not here anymore?
Sylva's at the Shadowlands right now.
Oh yes, no, she has disappeared.
She got poofed.
Oh.
The entity poofed her.
I would like to point out that the one person that seems to know where everything is not here. Are we going to be more concerned about us eating each other or her?
I mean, so far, I think
I,
she's the one I'm more concerned about eating you.
I think I'll just try and find her. Just give me a moment. I'm gonna conjure my spirit caller staff again, and I'm just gonna use it as an anchor to this reality, and utilizing Spirit 3 attempt to search for her in the immediate area.
She's here, but not. Separated from you by the ether. She's slowly manifesting. If you press a little energy into it, you could help her manifest instantly.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And because no one here is neither banal or mortal, to an extent that Theanis, a hunter, carries a little bit of strangeness with her. None of this is vulgar, and you are dealing with a spirit entity. So, again, you're in your chantry. I'll just allow you to finish this. It's pretty simple magics. And it allows Sylvie to instantly begin to reapparate. A lot
Woo!
faster than you usually do, Sylvie.
That was.
Oh, and I'm gonna take my bray off and wring it out as water drenches and disappears before it hits the ground.
The tempest is definitely growing.
Oh my.
It's raining.
Where'd you go?
I was on a beach. It was stormy. Your grandma says hi.
I'm gonna point to Janice.
My what?
Oh, never
You-
mind.
No. What do you mean, my grandmother says hi?
Well, she said hello.
Did
From-
you do anything to her?
Why would I do something to her?
Why would you do anything?
She was on the beach and she told me to say hello.
I think this is a very relevant time to, loop back to our previous conversation about not hurting each other and maybe extend that to loved ones.
I will not hurt you. The shadow I can't speak for.
Janice just stares at Sylvie.
The
Why not?
shadow. Well, the shadow is something that lives inside of me that wants to do things that are not what I want to do.
Wait, the
What a
acid
wonderful
thing?
excuse.
Wait, the thing that was chasing me all over the place that you pulled me out of its grasp, that's inside of you?
It's different, but also the same. It's made up of the same things, I think.
The one that we are running from is capital S Shadow.
Ah.
Stag, I need a verbal confirmation there.
Of what?
Not hurting the rest of us or our immediate kin.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I will, well, excluding the minor incident of, just kind of sheepishly look towards Janice. I will never intentionally harm any of you.
Keeper, verbal yes.
Yes, I will not hurt any of you or your closest kin intentionally.
And Janice.
Well, I certainly seem to be outnumbered, but I don't think it is me you need to be worried about.
Need a verbal yes there.
Yes.
And Stellan apparates this huge helm that is woven out of different kinds of branches and looks like antler horns, and his eyes glow, and in this otherworldly voice says, "So everyone has sworn." And a weight falls over everyone.
It falls through me.
Oh, this is like demon or fae things. Okay. That's
Very
cool. It's
Not
very-
demon. Demons are different.
Very different.
Oh, that's real.
And
Very much.
so everyone has just formed a contract. And
Oh no. You see me desperately look towards her. I'm so sorry. I didn't know what was happening.
3, 4, 5. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, if you break a contract, you are subject to 4 automatic botches, and it says for the storyteller to make them at dramatically appropriate times.
I like your hat. It's very big.
Thank you. As it kind of fades away.
And you said 4 botches?
4 botches at dramatically appropriate times, but only if they break the contract.
Well, that makes me feel safer. Thank you, Stellan.
You're welcome. And now I don't have to worry about getting eaten, because, being mostly mortal and all, we've been warned against messing with the other prodigals, which is why I've never met a vampire or a werewolf before.
I do need to make this known, though. The shadow can take over my body and make me do things.
But that is your control over the shadow.
I don't know. Shadow's pretty strong.
So basically, what it is that she is
We need
telling
to get
that
you
is she
stronger
is
then.
unpredictable.
No,
And whatever it is your rules are,
I'm
do
not as
play with her.
unpredictable as you know what she's dealing with. But it's the shadow is different.
Right.
You'll understand one day, I promise.
I'm sure.
I hope not.
I don't know where you go.
Well, we now have a ceasefire against each other. I look at Janice. But so, do we rest or can we go the way that Stag has us go? Also, what time is it? Wherever it is that we need to go, because if we misjudge what time of day it is, it's gonna be really bad for me. Specifically for reasons.
I can protect you
Janice.
from the sun.
How?
I got you some sleep.
Magic. Says I just do a slightly dramatic sparkle hands.
Wait. And she'll like walk up to you and kind of like get up in your face. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean magic?
I can conjure a protective coating around you that should be able to prevent the sun from hurting you.
Wait. You can let me go out in the sun?
I wouldn't advise standing in the sun directly, but I can at least help protect you against it a little. So it won't, incinerate you.
Okay. Yeah, this is real. This is fine. We are totally all on the same page, and I can see the sun. What a wonderful magical adventure.
Please don't stare at the sun.
What? Why? Oh, yeah, it does bad things, doesn't it?
Especially for you. My protections are not perfect.
What if I still fall asleep? Ooh.
Think of it like an umbrella, not a full body suit.
An umbrella. I wonder if any Kendra's ever tried that. Wait. I'm sorry, we were talking about something else.
We were gonna go get some shards.
Oh, yes, that is a wonderful idea. As
Where'd you first?
soon as I drink some water.
What time is
My head
it?
still hurts a lot. I'm gonna use time 1 and just sense time and give him an exact time.
I
what time is it?
have added a very fun, very cool module into Foundry, mostly because I thought about the fact that we are doing a lot of like hopping around the world. So there's a little time clock. Today is October 19th, 2024. And oh, hold on. Let me fix this a little. It is just past the witching hour, so it is around 3 o'clock in the morning in Ireland, which I also made a macro so I can pull up this world clock because again, you guys are jet setting all around the world.
I
And
see it.
if it is, there's Dublin. If it is 3 o'clock in the morning in Dublin, we'll say 3:37. Then it's 10:30 in New York, 11:30 in Tokyo, etc., etc. So it depends on where you guys want to go.
I can provide a adequate time frame for which we would need to go, but right now it would not be advised.
We should get the one that's held by the lupines first.
Oh yes, I do like the doggies.
I have experience with them as well. Any objections?
Stares into the fire.
I've never had to deal with wolves, but seems better than an all-powerful being that shunted Sylvie back to the Shadow Realm.
They're typically fine as long as you're not the vampire.
They are very friendly. I met with one of their shamans once. He was very kind.
I had one
He was old.
as a friend one time. His name was started with a K, I think.
Am I gonna get eaten? I'm
I
flipping
won't
Stellan.
let them.
It's-
Not by us.
Oh, cool. All right.
When Sylvie mentions the lupine that's name starts with a K, it reminds you of your friend.
Keeper?
No. Your friend, Stag, whose name also begins with a K.
And what was the rest of the letters? I'm so sorry, I can't remember.
It starts with a K, it ends with an Ota.
Kota! What's his name, Kota?
You know him too? Yeah, I know him too.
Oh, he is good friend.
He used me as his slave for a little while to do stuff for him.
Oh.
He's a really good guy.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta go get it now?
Sure. I'm going to go get some.
Did you know? Did you know the this gem that I found? I was the first woman to ever find one.
You mean one of the shards or the big shard?
No,
before it was broken.
Way before it was broken. Yeah, women didn't go on expeditions back then. It was very rare, and I got to lead one.
Wow, that's awesome. They're pretty cool.
Can you tell my friends that?
Is have friends?
Well, when I have them.
Can we be your friends?
Oh, no.
That silence was deafening.
Well, I don't know if I can have friends, though.
Well, I will make you be my friend, but I would like to be your friend.
Your shadow might disagree.
My shadow disagrees with a lot of things. It didn't want me to tell you about the shards.
Well, maybe I can be your shadow's friend too.
It's wonderful that we want to sit here and make friendships with each other. But we yet has any idea what it is that is going on. We have no idea what it is that this darkness is. And we have no idea what it is that these shadows or these shards are. How do we even know that Sylvie here isn't just trying to collect it for herself?
I know what the darkness is.
Oh, do tell.
It's a specter. Sorry, you guys know them as Reapers, probably.
I see.
It's, it likes to destroy things, kill things,
And we get
consume
these
things.
shards. What are we going to do with these shards once we've collected them? Is it going to make us protected from this darkness? Does anybody have any idea what's going on or what we're doing?
We're gonna collect the shards, and then we're gonna fight the darkness, and then we're gonna win, and then we're gonna go, yay!
I like it when they're happy.
Sylvie does a backflip.
Chance
Stag
just
attempts
stares
to
into
do
the
it, but he
fire.
just ends up hopping.
Kind of
She
like
whispers
floats
to
through the
herself.
air. I love that.
Yeah, I'm like floating doing a backflip.
What was that,
There are
Janice?
worse things. Janice is just mutters to herself, there are worse things than death.
You may or may not have reached that precipice, Janice.
Dying is not so bad. It's what comes afterwards that sucks.
Hmm.
The
Um,
alternative is that you never die, and that's okay actually. So, we're gonna go talk to dogs.
it is 5:43 a.m. in Baghdad right now, and those are the deserts that this tribe seems to be running through at top speeds right now. That's the last place that you saw them.
Oh, maybe not right now, but sleep for the night and go tomorrow?
I could sleep.
I could definitely do with some sleep. My head is in much pain.
I
I did a miscalculation when I brought our friend here. Someone saw me do the magic, and the world doesn't like it when people uninitiated see such a thing, and it punished me for it. So
Someone saw you.
it was your system.
I see. Hmm.
Do you have a brain bubble now? Or is that still just Janice?
Oh no, I do not have a growth in my brain. That is just her, unfortunately.
Okay. So, rest, and then leave tomorrow, or tonight.
Yes, and that should give me time to properly prepare you, just in case, we do, unfortunately, encounter the... I just kind of point towards the sky.
That would be fantastic.
Baghdad, you said. Shall we meet? There's a little cafe in the main square. Does a absolute perfect Turkish coffee. We meet there at nightfall.
Are we traveling separately?
Oh, I have things to take care of and can find my own way.
Oh.
That isn't a terrible idea, but I don't know if I have the strength to bring all of us there without you, Stella.
Oh, okay.
I can make myself ride with one of you if it's easier.
That actually should help a little bit, but...
Are you
still
allowing me to?
Sure.
I would like to use skin ride on Stag.
Oh.
As Sylvie, immediately once you get the permission, disapparates again, and you think that she was poofed by something, but very quickly, Stag, you feel like something has put you on like a coat, like something lives just underneath your skin, like you've got a
Whoa! They
second
do throw
body over
potatoes
you.
at you.
You can hear her very clearly in your mind, Stag. Sylvie is now skin riding alongside you.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah. Sylvie, you're gonna get a very long DM.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Now you can. It would take one person less though out of the pool because that would technically would count as you.
Yeah, that does help, but still, 3 is a tall order to ask without enough correspondence. Cough, cough.
Okay. Then, I'm sure she'll be okay. We'll just stay here.
You can go to do what you need to do. I would just appreciate it if you came back.
Yeah, okay. I am going to put my finger in my mouth and like pull it out, hold it up to the breeze, and look for a portal nearby.
That would be the big willow tree in the center of my grove.
Oh, perfect. Right here. And I am going to skip around it with her shins 3 times and then do one of those like flashy ta-da like dance moves and hop behind it and disappear.
Just applauding the entire time you start dancing. Well, there are some soft furs in the cave if you would like to use those as a bed. I can sleep out here.
As we watch Stellan disappear behind the trees, and each of you stands there, Keeper and Janice, underneath the night sky, we quickly fade to dreams, into the darkness from the world that we know. And we, Stream, begin to do our closing time things, because it is about that time that we should be calling it a night. Absolutely. You guys absolutely blow me every time. But holy crap, I'm so glad we're all in the same room. Just for Stellan to ruin again. But still, I'm so glad we're in the same room. Like, you guys jump off of each other so well. So well. I really love it. I'm so blessed. Thank you again for yet another great session. I'm going to start us off with stars and wishes. My star is gonna go to Stellan, Party Dad, for doubling down on the oath again. Because
Yeah.
make sure I'm a fan of it. I'm a fan. I think it's a great thing to have. And I think it's one of those party bonding things that you don't really expect to need. But it's good to have. And I think that scene was really nice.
It's the world of darkness. You're gonna need it.
You're gonna need it.
Yeah.
Agreed. So, with that being said, that's my nomination. But my wish for next week, I want to see more of the party together. I want to see you guys do a thing, do something. I am hopefully gonna get Coda in here. I think that's my biggest wish, to get Coda to guest star for us next week. Because, we love a guest star. We got to bring it back. We got to run it back. And God, I wish that this was a longer form campaign. I know we're only running until the end of June or the beginning of June. Right? Beginning of June? Yeah. April
Are you
and
referring
May.
to me?
Yes.
Well,
I think you had was it you who had
July.
the commitment? July.
July.
Okay.
Mhm.
July. Okay. So even better. So we get May and June. Ooh, we get May and June. That makes things a little better for me.
8 sessions to make it to that Avengers level threat.
Yes. No, I think honestly that we will do it and then some. And have a chance to like do one-on-one sessions and like close out with like story arcs. Once the main story is done, I think because I projected myself um for around that 2.5 month mark, so we'll see how it all works out. I also want it to be shorter form because you guys know my big dreams for this is to turn it into something very cool, like a short film-esque type of thing. So we're gonna see what that all looks like. But yeah, those are my stars and wishes. Since you were my star, Stellan, please take it away. Stars and wishes for us.
I've got to nominate Stag. They are the only one that knows what's going on, and I'm all about it. Also, Magic is pretty freaking rad.
I'm so sorry. I'm trying.
No, you're doing a really great job, and the way that I want to run a mage game so badly is crazy.
And then wishes. I had one, but it escapes me. It'll come back.
Valid. Stag, stars and wishes for us.
'Tis ironic of me to say this, but I am giving it to Sylvie due to the fact that she feels more alive this session. I don't know if that was just me, but she definitely felt more energetic.
Mm-hmm.
Full
She's
character.
outgoing.
I had a full character sheet.
Excellent. Also, I don't know. I was gonna make a joke, but now I'm starting to question it. I'm thinking about the words, and I'm starting to think that y'all are gonna laugh for the wrong reason. So I don't know if I should say it now.
T.
Brave.
No, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. It's funny to me. Nice job getting under my skin, Sylvie. You're the very first woman to ever be in me.
Sorry, as long as you don't twitch.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah, you were right with thinking about that one.
You were good
At
up
least I
until the
prepared
last
you.
part.
I am now scared. But wishes. I wish that we do actually get Coda, because that would be an interesting callback to our original meeting. A little friendship that we made along the way.
My wish is that you never say anything like that ever again.
I promise. I am only able to say that because I am starting to lose cognition of my. No, I'm starting to lose my cognition due to how late it is.
Ooh, what time is it?
Something's getting blue.
Someone's getting blue.
Shut the fuck up!
My God. Okay, your nomination is gonna lead into. Let's say you Remind me who you nominated.
Sylvie.
Perfect, Sylvie.
I nominate Keeper
Mm-hmm.
because she's going to be even more paranoid now that she saw me entering to Stellan willingly. Or, sorry, not Stellan, Stag.
Mm-hmm.
My wish is we go somewhere other than a cave.
I'm so sorry.
You should be.
Okay. I think it's gonna go to Keeper well, did you do your wishes, Sylvie?
Yeah, she doesn't
Yep.
want to be in the cave.
Okay, sorry, I have someone also trying to talk to me in the background. Keeper, will you give us your stars and wishes?
My star has to go to Janice. The absolute throwdown of Stellan's business partner was amazing. I loved it. I'm very excited to see what she brings to the table. I think my wish is I'm excited to see us work as a team against something. So to see us try to overcome some sort of challenge together, because so far we've been like dealing with individual things, but to have that Avengers moment of yes, we are a team.
Same. That's what I really am excited for. The teamwork. I cannot wait for the team to finally culminate, come together. I tried to make it very obvious that teamwork is what will make the dream work. I think you guys are slowly but surely getting there. You know, Daddy Stellan kind of pushing y'all into it.
Janice not really having a choice.
Janice not really having it at all, to be honest.
Just wait until all 5 of us place a hand on the staff. Ooh.
You have hands?
I mean,
He had
you are
hooves.
using my hands now. And I do have hoovesies. I actually have hooves for feet.
Did you just say hoofsies?
Oopsies.
Did anyone else hear that?
I heard it, and it will definitely be a callback tomorrow. Don't you worry.
Someone clip
Yeah.
that and send me the soundbite of just hoofsies.
We Pop
yeah.
Tarts with my hoopsies.
Yeah, sorry. That's
What's wrong with-
you're not living
What's
that
wrong
one
with
down.
hoovesies? What's wrong with hoovesies? What the fuck? What I
Don't
do?
worry. Nothing.
Say
Nothing
it
at
again
all.
slower.
Fuck you.
Ah, lovely. All right, let's close it out, y'all. Janice, give us your stars and wishes.
Listen, I have to give it to Mr. Dixon for taking the abuse. Not gonna lie, I did. I very much enjoyed this, and I very much enjoyed everybody's reaction. And it's hard to just pinpoint one because this was actually. I felt like everybody was a lot more in touch with their character, and like you said, everybody bounced off of each other, so it was very easy to kind of keep rolling and building that energy. I enjoyed it. Today was a really good one. So applause. Truly.
Wow. Yeah, I'm glad you share the sentiment because, wow, guys, amazing, amazing. What about your wishes for the next session, for the game in general?
Gosh, I don't even know. I don't even know. I mean, part of me kind of wants to see when Janice goes back into the quote unquote real world. Because right now she's so conflicted. Right now she's like a hunter with all these people, and she has a tumor that she doesn't even know if it exists or if it's a form of manipulation. But I think I'm just really open to whatever. I don't think I have a wish. I think I'm just really curious to see how it goes, honestly.
That is a wish in and of itself, to wish
Mhm.
for the future, and I love that. Kind of echoes mine. But guys, super exciting. I think you guys all voted for each other. I think I'll be the tiebreaker. And for a knockout, just a really, really knockout performance, I think we'll throw that nomination over to Stag. So you get that story point, Stag.
Yay.
And do story points roll over?
They will roll over, but they will never stack.
Okay.
Oh god.
All right. And we're gonna do our normal raid. It
Now
did
I
it for me.
must-
That's so weird.
Yeah,
Now I must-
it's done.
It did
Now I
raid.
must
Okay.
teleport
Oh,
that
you already
room
do a
to
raid?
us.
I guess it started
Why?
without me.
Why would you teleport me to you?
I was
Why
getting
would you
it. I was
ever?
getting it ready
So I
to
can
go in.
force you to be a
and
player.
I was getting it ready to press the start button, but it just started on its own, which is totally fine. I think my stream is still going, so it's totally fine for the VOD. Thanks for hanging out. If you were hanging out with us, thanks for talking in chat. It really helps a lot. Really hoping that I hit the affiliate tonight so I could get my own little cute emotes and stuff. That's all I care about is the emotes. But guys, really fucking amazing session. Really fucking great job. Cannot wait to do it next week. And hopefully we go and see what's up with this monk or see what's up with this lupine, and we get down and dirty in the world of darkness. But for now, we're gonna say good night, stream.
Good
Night
night.
stream.
Good night,
Also-
stream.
Joke's on you, Stag. I don't have a shard. You have no reason to summon me.